Hello, my name is Matthew, and the book that I read for this quarter was Halo: The Fall of Reach by Eric Nylund. This book was most definitely one of the best books that I've read this year. So good, in fact, that I would give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. You're probably listening to this to try and decide whether or not you want to read it, so I will try and keep this as spoiler-free as possible. To start off, a quick summary. Halo: The Fall of Reach is a prequel novel to the Halo video game series. This book will take you on a wild adventure, perfectly depicting how a small boy named John would turn into something incredible, almost godlike, a super soldier, a Spartan. The book starts with a researcher, Dr. Halsey, coming to John's planet looking for a new prospect. Dr. Halsey would eventually take John under her wing, along with hundreds of other boys and girls, and run them through rigorous testing and training, both physically and mentally. After their training was complete, the new soldiers are called on an assignment. Little did any of them know, but the Spartan Project would be the only obstacle between a strong enemy force and the utter and complete destruction of the whole human race. If you enjoy fast-paced, high-action stories, full of adventure and intriguing scenarios, Halo: The Fall of Reach is a must-read. Now, for a more in-depth look into the book, this portion of my review will be based on questions, and therefore is more prone to reveal plot lines. So if you want a completely spoiler-free read, then stop listening now. If not, stay tuned. We've got lots more to talk about. The first question that I would like to answer is, describe one major external conflict and one major internal conflict found in the book. The greatest conflict in the Halo universe is the Covenant, and that's no different in the Halo: The Fall of Reach. The Covenant, an advanced coalition of alien life forms, has decided to wage an all-out war on the human race. This war is why the Spartans were created. The largest internal conflict shown in the book is one by Dr. Halsey. She must constantly debate with herself about the benefits of her Spartan program, even with its immorality. She often struggles having to do these terrible things to the Spartan trainees, but she must realize it's for the common good of humanity. The next question I would like to talk about is, describe the character who changed the most from the beginning to the end of the book, and what caused that change. In my opinion, the character that changed the most in the book was Lieutenant Jacob Keyes. In the beginning, Lieutenant Keyes was occupying a chair in a dead-end desk job, but by the end of the story, he had been promoted to captain and had taken control of a UNSC warship on the front line of the battlefield against the Covenant. The catalyst for this change was Dr. Halsey. Dr. Halsey called the then lieutenant out of his ordinary desk life to pilot a small craft to the outer extent of human space with her. This set off a chain of events, eventually leading to Keyes' promotion and success. The last question I would like to answer will contain spoilers, as it asks about what I believe would happen after the end of the book. So be warned, if you listen further, the book ending will be revealed. Now, the last question I would like to talk about is, if the book had gone on one more chapter, how would it have ended? To start, the current closing scene. As the book comes to a close, Captain Keyes' ship jumps away from the Covenant fleet, and when they reach their random destination, they're amazed to see a massive ring with an Earth-like environment on the inside. I believe that if the book went another chapter, the crew of the ship would have scanned the planet-like ring to try and find out what it was all about. If I had to predict, their scans would be inconclusive, and they'd have to send a team to explore the planet, ending the book with the Master Chief stepping onto the ring's surface. Well, that's all I got. This wraps up my book review. I hope you found it helpful in your decision on choosing a book. Thank you for listening.